Good morning, neighbors. This morning we're going to sing a song about a pilgrimage called It'll Be Worth Every Mile of the Trip. Well, I've been over mountains and I've walked through the valleys, and troubles, friends, I've had my fill. But heaven eternal at the end of my journey will be worth every mile of the trip. Like a happy pilgrim who's arrived on the shore and forgotten how the waves tossed his ship. If I could see Jesus smile, hear him say, "Well done, child," it'll be worth every mile of the trip. Well, I've stood at the bedside of a Christian departing, and I've heard these last words from his lips. I see the crystal streams flowing, I feel the gentle breeze blowing. It's been worth every mile of the trip. Like a happy pilgrim who's arrived on the shore and forgotten how the waves tossed his ship. If I could see Jesus smile, hear him say, "Well done, child," it'll be worth every mile of the trip. Like a happy pilgrim who's arrived on the shore and forgotten how the waves tossed his ship. If I could see Jesus smile, hear him say, "Well done, child," it'll be worth every mile of the trip. I like that because, especially as an American, you get a certain image of what a pilgrim is. But a pilgrim, a pilgrimage, it is you're most commonly a pilgrimage. A pilgrimage is you are seeking a very specific place. And for us as an American, we think of the pilgrims and how they left England looking for a place where can we worship the Lord in freedom, and how he leads us, not just by what the church, the King of England says, this is what you must do. We can look to the Bible as our map. It's like, Lord, lead us. How can we worship you in freedom? For where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty. And it's kind of interesting because at first they're just looking around, they end up going to Holland. But then what they realize, the young people, they start taking in these traditions and the things of the Dutch, and they realize, what, we just have to completely cut ties and find a place where we can build something upon the Bible. And though not everyone who came to America was seeking this, but the pilgrims, that's what they were looking for. That's why they're called pilgrims. They are a pilgrimage. They're looking for a specific place. Where can we worship God in spirit and in truth? And that is really our longing, and that's what you see when it all begins with Abraham. What is he told in Genesis chapter 12 and verse 1? Now the Lord had said to Abram, "Get out of your country, from your family, and from your father's house, to a land that I will show you." This is a decision the pilgrims had to face, because they had family. Not everybody probably obviously believed like they did. Maybe their mothers, their fathers, sisters, brothers, maybe sometimes even your own children and friends and and family, they can have such a hold. But we see from the very beginning, Abram at the time, he's told, get out of your country, from your family. It's not that the family was evil, but now his family was serving pagan gods, but it's how Abraham was raised. But God said, I'm going to lead you somewhere, a very specific place that I want you to come out of that land, your country, your cultures. And that's what sometimes we bow to culture. Well, I can't, this is how we do things, but it's like, but what is God? What does he want? And from your family and from your father's house. And all this safety, remember, there's no 401k, retirement plans, and health insurance. Your family was their protection against or from all these harms. I want you to give all that up, all that security, and you're going to have trust in me. That's why he's called the Father of Faith. To a land that I will show you. So it's a specific place. Abraham is a pilgrim. I will make you a great nation. I will bless you and make your name great, and you shall be a blessing. You're going to be a blessing to all these people if you can do this. I'm going to make you a nation. And then we can see a parallel. We became a very strong and powerful nation when we were faithful to God. No, we weren't 100% correct in everything, obviously, but neither was Abraham. I will bless those who bless you, and I will curse him who curses you. And in you all the families of the earth shall be blessed. So Abram departed as the Lord had spoken to him, and Lot went with him. And Abram was 75 years old when he departed from Haran. So he wasn't some young man. And that's really what we have to decide in ourselves when we decide to serve the Lord. Lord, there is a celestial city, a heavenly city, a place that you've prepared for me. I have to cut these ties. And again, I'm not saying you have to never speak to your family or anything like that, but I'm saying this is even what Jesus said. You have to deny these things of this world to head to another land that I will show you, a place that I prepared for you. Still, hey, like Abraham, he brought Lot with him. Anyone who wants to come, but you have to be serious about what we're doing. You have to give up the past and move forward to this land that is prepared. And pilgrims, they had it rough. We know this, the first year, a lot of them died, and it is a difficult journey. But as we think upon these things, remember, you are a pilgrim in this world. So God bless you all in Jesus Christ's name. Amen.